It's Tim Albright with AVNation with the road to InfoComm. InfoComm 2025 happens the 11th through the 13th of June. And with me to talk about Lightware and their booth is my buddy Levi. Welcome, sir.
Hey, Tim. How you doing? Thanks for having me.
Good to see you. We got to hang out in Amsterdam, and this time around we get to hang out in Orlando. You guys are in 3909, 3909. Levi, we saw some really cool things at ISE. So this time around, what will we see in the Lightware booth?
Well, if anyone who's seen us in ISE back in February in Barcelona, there won't be many big surprises. We are pretty much bringing the same new developments, the same stories to InfoComm and the North American audience primarily. And before I get into the details, let me just take a step back and share a little story, because before I joined you, I was thinking about what was the best way to put it, what we are showing and what we want people to remember from Lightware. So I remember around, 3-4 years ago, we've been at InfoComm, and we did one of those manufacturer training sessions, the sidelines of the show. We had a room. It was about 100 people, good mix of integrators, end users, basically all across the board, the industry. And we've been talking about USB and USB connectivity as a technology and the confusions around it. And basically the whole session was called the USB Masterclass. Now, the host, my colleague who presented this 1 hour session, was kicking things off with a question to the room, saying, guys, please raise your hand if you ever run into any challenges or troubles with USB in your installs. So people just looked at each other, like, what do you mean? So let me be a bit more specific. Has it ever happened to you, let's say, that you connect a USB device to the system, but it just doesn't show up? It just, or it just keeps disconnecting. Immediately 25, 30 people raised, all the hands just went up. Okay, next question. Someone brings in a USB laptop, you hook it up to the system, but in the middle of the meeting, the laptop dies because the battery is off because there's no charging through that USB connection. Another 20 people threw their hand up immediately. So anyway, the point is that after, I think it was by the 4th or the 5th question, when everyone in the room had their hand up, so this was the kickoff to the whole session, a very good start. And the reason I'm bringing this up, because it really tells the Lightware story these days. So back then, it was 4 years ago, that was the time when we first came out with the original Taurus UCX. That was working on it before that show and was intended to solve these problems. So all those problems that we asked the people in the room about, all these challenges and problems we heard from the industry, to tackle these and finally make it happen that traditional AV switching and USB converges and meets and actually works, because that's the whole point, right? So the room has to work.
Yeah, that's the idea.
So
it works.
Exactly. And so again, that was around 4 years ago, 2021. Now, fast forward to 2025 in this InfoComm, we are coming to the show with our biggest booth space ever, in order to be able to tell the whole story, because previous years we had like 6-7 demos, mostly around the Taurus platform and the USB connectivity. But this whole product family just evolved and grew so much over the last couple of years that now we're going to show them through 14 demos, out of which 12 will be the Taurus.
Wow.
So all these demos will be basically different iterations, different flavors of the Taurus. Because again, as we developed the original standalone UCX that allowed people to simplify those room designs, to make video, audio, Ethernet control, charging, travel through the same cable, allow people to easily host switch, bring a laptop to the room, hook it up on a USB-C cable, and just take control of the web camera and all the peripherals in the room. Again, that was the what kicked things off. But after that, we started working on the extended version that allows you to do the same, but when in rooms where the displays are longer distances away from the desk, for example, or there's many different flavors came out since then. The extended desktop version, which is one of the most exciting ones, the first Pro AV solution that allows you to do in a meeting room what you would do at home if you have more than one displays, right? And you want that extra real estate in your work, and you want those two displays to work in an extended desktop, so you can just move things around. One of the new Tauruses, it was introduced last year actually, we shown it at InfoComm, actually does that. It allows you to, one single USB-C cable allows you to hook up your laptop in the room, and if the room has more than one displays, you can have them, and you can have this extended desktop experience in the meeting room, in the collaboration space. So again, it's a very long way to say that we came a long way with Taurus, and to answer the original question, at this year's InfoComm, we want to showcase the entire story, the entire portfolio, show people where it started and where it is right now and where it's headed.
Yeah, that's actually quite a lot. And I mentioned the fact that we got to hang out at ISE. There was a lot of that USB technology on display there. So you'll get to see that there. 3909, 3909, Levi is where we'll find you. It's where we'll find Lightware. But if somebody's not going and they want to follow along with everything that Lightware is talking about that week, how do they do that?
So there are a number of ways to do that. If you don't have the opportunity to talk someone face-to-face on the show floor. So we are going to do a sneak peek webinar on the 3rd of June. This is next Tuesday. And if I'm not wrong, it's going to take place at 1 p.m. Eastern. But basically, it's just a very short session, half an hour. We're going to walk people through what we are planning to show at the booth, what people can expect from us this year at InfoComm. Again, this could be good for people actually planning to come, just to get ready and to prepare themselves. But if someone is not coming, it might be a good opportunity to get a sneak peek. A similar webinar will happen after the show, so just a wrap up. So if people can't make it next Tuesday, then there will be a second opportunity. And well, there's many ways to learn about these exciting developments we make in the USB space these days. We can, obviously, number one, go and visit our website, lightware.com, or if you want to focus on InfoComm specifically, it is infocom.lightware.com, which is basically just a very quick pit stop for people who is particularly interested in what we're bringing to the show. They can get in touch with us again. Best ways through the website, lightware.com/en/contact, I think, but I might be wrong there. Many of us in the team, we are very forthcoming, very friendly bunch, are on LinkedIn. You can reach out to us on LinkedIn or find us on LinkedIn. Send an email to sales.na@lightware.com. So again, there are plenty of ways to make that first step and just get learn more about us and get to know us better.
Absolutely, and I can attest that they are all quite friendly, especially Levi. So we'll see him at InfoComm 3909. For us, for AVNation, go by our website, avnation.tv. It's avnation.tv, and follow along as we also head to Orlando for InfoComm 2025, the 11th through the 13th of June. All that and more at avnation.tv. That's avnation.tv.